So what did you do, like, to set about, because it's not really, in a lot of things that happened last year, was seemingly due to marketing. But you spent a couple of years preparing for essentially what happened last year.
Yeah, here's what I've I wish I knew this when I started at Brinker, but like now I can look back and look at some of the other businesses I've worked on. When businesses get in trouble, and I'm sure many operators in this room know this, right? It causes you to do some bad habits for some short-term relief that can get you through the quarter or through the year or to make bonus or whatever it is. But then when you add up all those short-term bad habits, they start creating longer-term bad habits that prevent you from actually working on the things that you need to work on, right? So, for example, on food, one way to get some short-term sales is add a bunch of new items, right? Because new items get people excited about your concept, and you'll go in and they'll try it. But if you don't grow the business enough to earn enough labor to manage a complex menu, then you just got more stuff on your menu with the same sales and a lot more complexity. And then over time, it's almost impossible to do things like have good ticket times or have quality of food or consistency. And then it's hard to unravel, because when you take menu items away, what happens? You lose sales, right? And so you got to really believe that if I can get rid of menu items and improve the operation, that over time the business will grow. We've gotten rid of about 25% of our menu now, and I think that's been a key piece of it. Again, service is another example, especially in casual dining. One way to try to make a quarter or to figure out how to make your economics work is we'll skim a little labor here. Like, we've got some ideas on how servers can take more tables, and we have technology that allows us to believe they can do that. And so we talk to ourselves about that, and we show some data that shows that it works. We go roll it out, and then we wonder, why don't people think our service is any good, right? And so, one of the things I would tell operators in any of the businesses that you work in restaurants is, like, those bad habits, they feel real good when you do them, but they don't feel real good over time. And we don't do them anymore. Everybody has entrepreneurial ideas. We can grow sales on this one day of internet holiday, but that creates more operational complexity that those guys could be working on, making better burgers or making better fries or having better service. So it's like being really honest, one, about not putting bad habits back into the business, and then being honest about pulling them out and taking that short-term pain so that we can have long-term gain.